What's considered as normal in a marriage, or is that a thing given everyone's marriages are different? For example, is it normal to have misunderstandings more frequent than not lately in years of marriage? Does that make sense? Is it normal to have misunderstandings more frequently than not in years of marriage?
Okay, so what I'm understanding from the question is, as we continue on and move into our years, see, what most people fall into in this pictorial of marriage is that in the beginning, it is all gooey, ooey gooey, and there's love. And yes, we can't leave our hands off of one another. And yes, we're wanting to have sexual relations on a 2-3 times a day scenario. And then life starts to present itself. Mm-hmm. And then as life presents itself, we're not really talking to one another. We're not really interacting with one another. We're not really having those sexual relations less long 2-3 times a day, 2-3 times, maybe in a biannual, yearly matter. I'm sitting there like, so what I believe the question is to be asking, is that normal? Mm-hmm. Is that what's going on in other people's marriages? Is that what I should just believe that, oh, this is just the place that I need to be in my marriage and just live with it? And honestly, I don't believe that's the normal course, not to what is the measurement of what's going on in the world. I don't believe that's what normal as it pertains to who ordained this institution, who brought us together, who joined us together. Now, as we mature, we know that there's things that are going on in our relationships that are different. Mm-hmm. We're going to gravitate or not gravitate toward different things. Mm-hmm. And that's where the communication has to be largely involved between the both of you to understand the changes of life.
Yes, yes.
Because the changes of life dictate things differently than when we first began. Right. And so those conversations have to be met.
Yeah. And I was just going to say, you mentioned the changes of life. Understand that when you're in a marriage, as individuals, you're still growing. You're still doing things that you may have a desire to do, whether that's going to school for higher education, whether that's being more involved in the community, or whatever the case may be. But understand that there's always going to be growth. And oftentimes, when we have that individual growing spurts, we oftentimes forget about our significant other or our spouse, and we don't sit and have those conversations to say, hey, I know I've been gone a lot. I know I've been involved in school a lot, or I know I've been involved in the community. Is there anything that I can do or what have you? So you got to have these check-ins with each other. But is it normal to have these frequent, what does she call them? Disagreements and differences? Yes, it's normal. I would be concerned if you didn't, because then I would honestly be thinking, okay, they're not communicating with each other, or they just are in a contractual agreement with each other. So yes, it's normal. But what's even more normal is how you communicate and work through those differences as well.